What is going on, everybody? This, of course, is Mr. Tony Stark, and today I'm bringing you some Modern Warfare 3 gameplay, a 27-1 TDM that I just got the other day, even though I did retire from Call of Duty officially the other day. This was right before that. And I was having some fun with some friends on this game, and it was a pretty good gameplay. I actually should have been flawless, should have been 27-0, but I died at the end really stupidly. So that's what you're watching in the background. But today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that, again, that I've been thinking about over the past couple weeks. I like to do these more topical commentaries to kind of get your thoughts and feelings on a few things. So last week on the SBK Live podcast, we talked about the greatest video game of all time in our opinions, and we took a poll and we talked about that. And I kind of wanted to go into that as far as gaming for you guys. What keeps you guys around playing a game, but not so much like presently, but whenever you're done with one game. For instance, I'm done with playing Call of Duty Ghosts right now, so I've been going back and playing the old school Call of Duties, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, and having fun on those games. And then also I've gone back to Grand Theft Auto, and we've been playing that, and we've been having a lot of fun on that. But as far as a game goes, what keeps your attention span to go back to it? Makes it a classic, so to speak. Not so much like what keeps your attention span in a current game, whether it's beating the story mode or playing the multiplayer like most people play the Call of Duties or the Battlefield or something like that. What keeps your attention span to a classic? Like what makes you want to go back and play that? For me, it's Halo. I like to go back and play that. I will always have just as much fun playing Halo that I did playing, anything else as far as a classic game. No matter what it is, whether it's a single player, multiplayer, anything like that, I'll always have just as much fun playing that game as I will playing a current title, which is ultimately for me what makes that game a classic. So again, the question from me to you is, what makes that game something that you want to go back and play it? Is it, again, like we talked about on the podcast, is it the replayability? Is it, the multiplayer, the graphics in the game for the time, or is it the nostalgia? For a lot of people, I know that the game is like nostalgic. I'll go back and play GoldenEye with some friends, and it just feels like it was just yesterday when everyone sat around the TV on a split screen game, and we just talked trash and we had a lot of fun, and that's what a good gaming experience was back then. But now, sometimes I'll even go back and play a game, maybe something that's not a classic, like GTA. We'll go back and play GTA for a few hours, and it will get old quick. We won't want to stay on that for a long time, because we'll just kind of get burned out on it. And for you, what gets you to that point? What gets you to the point where you're like, I'm burned out on this game and I don't want to continue playing it. I think I should put it away for another few weeks. I did that with League of Legends just recently, and I love League of Legends, but I found myself being really frustrated with it easily. Because of the games and the players that we were playing with and stuff like that, just circumstances. So I was kind of getting burnt out on it, but I took a week off, and now I'm playing it again, and it feels new and exciting all over again. So that's where I am. But I wanted to pose the question to you guys and kind of find out where your head's at with older classic games when you go back and play them. Like what makes you want to play that, and then on top of that, what makes you get burnt out on it? What's the attention span, so to speak? And if you guys can leave some comments in the comment section below, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. And, I'd love to interact with you a little bit more than I have been. I know that it's been a little bit, again, like talked about it in my last commentary last week. Interaction's been kind of hard with YouTube and the comments and everything, so I'd like to kind of try to stir that back up again. But that's all I have time for, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you next time. Peace.